Today I'm going to make some hangers for my jack stands. Gets them off the floor and out of the way. So I've got a couple of pretty typical jack stands here. One of them's from Harbor Freight, another one's one that I ordered from Amazon. One of the things you'll find in common on most jack stands is that they have this little space right up here. And we are going to make a hanger that fits right in there and lets us hang them on the wall. So you're going to need some materials in order to get this going. You're going to need a couple of screws, and you're going to need a piece of metal. You're going to need one that's going to be 1 inch wide. I'm using 1/8, or at least that's what the hardware store says it is, but it measures out to be a little less. But what do you expect from a big box store? Next, you're going to need some tools. You're going to need a way to cut the metal. You're going to need a drill. You're going to need a big hammer, preferably a vise, and a tape measure. And that's it. So let's get going. So now we need to measure this stuff. So take my piece of metal and I put it right in there where it's going to hook at. And I'm going to take a pin just to make this easy, and we'll mark that right in there. Now we need to figure out how far away from the wall it's going to sit. So I took the square, but you don't need it. Just makes it a little easier. Put it on there, and we're going to measure how far away from the wall that is. Comes out to be about 4.5 inches. So from that first line that we did, we're going to measure 4.5 inches out. And we're going to make another line. And then we're just going to measure out probably another 2.5 inches. Now let's go cut something. So I have this really cool DeWalt saw that's mounted on a swag off-road table. You don't have to have something this fancy. You can use a hacksaw if you want. A little bit of cutting oil just to try to save our blade for a little bit longer because they're cheap Amazon blades. Now we're going to clean up the edges a little bit. You don't have to do this, or you can use a file. Just makes it a little bit nicer. There we go. Now, I'm going to hit something. I'm going to line it up at that first mark that we made. Get it in there straight. Doesn't take much on that first one. If the jack stands you have need more bend there, then you can put more in there, but this is just enough to keep them from sliding off. Now, we need our 90-degree bend. There we go. Now, let's drill something. So I put it back in the vise with the long side, the long flat side. I'm going to use my tool here to make a couple of places for me to drill. There we go. Done. Let's go put it on the wall. So I have this spot right here that's perfect in my garage. Can't really be used for anything else. Now I am mounting these on 3/4 inch plywood, so I don't have to worry about finding a stud behind drywall. If you have drywall that you're trying to mount these to, you will need to find a stud or to put something in front of the drywall for them to solidly mount to. There we go. Done. Just got 3 more to go. There we go. Maybe I should clean some of the cobwebs off these things, huh? That's it. Cost me less than $5. Have a good day.